Hello there, my flock. The Badraven back in the Badraven's nest. And we're here to do a great video for you today because I have finally got some items here that I've been wanting to get for a long time for my Blu-ray collection, my VHS collection, and the DVD collection I currently have. These things are called like the plastic sleeves or something that you put on your different types of media such as DVD, Blu-ray, Steelbooks, all that. And I really didn't think about putting these on my movies till here recently when I was doing the relocation of my shelves, and that video was coming. I had to lay them out on a pool table in my garage, and I was putting them in alphabetical order, and I got to looking at some of the actual, especially my Steelbooks. My Terminator 2 Steelbook had some scratches on it, and I said I'd like to put them in something because I've seen other collectors use these sleeves to protect their discs, and now I see why. With the Terminator 2 beautiful Steelbook of the actual Terminator coming out of the fire, it was scraped up, and that really made me mad that I didn't take care of it. I went on to the online, and I found went on the internet, and I found two companies that actually do these type of things. I know there's probably millions more, but the ones I kind of wanted. And one of them is, I don't know, Malco, M-A-L-K-O protectors right here. This is the one I got for my Steelbooks. I wanted to try them out. I got like 10 of these from their site just to kind of try them out and see if I liked them. And if I do, I'll get more, which I don't have a ton of Steelbooks, but I do have a few. But that's one of the companies I checked out. Then I found something on eBay from Retro Protection. That is their eBay account name, and they do all types of different protectors, from DVDs to Blu-rays to video games, those Funko Pops. They can do about anything. You need to check their site out. Really would be a good place to check it out on eBay. So I got from them, they didn't have the actual ones for the Steelbooks. I did figure a way how to use some of these with Steelbooks. I bought 10 of the actual VHSs. I haven't put any of those on yet to find out. I got 25 of the Blu-ray and the Xbox One slipcovers. Not slipcovers, but plastic protectors. 25 of the DVD. Alright, now I'm going to kind of take one of each and try to show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to start with the Malco protectors for the Steelbooks. Alright, let me open it up here. See what the difference in the companies are. The prices are pretty relative the same. I don't think you could go wrong price wise in either one of them from what I paid. I don't know the price right offhand that I paid. It wasn't really bad. Alright. This is the first one I got of the Steelbooks for the Malco, how you pronounce? Alright, you got the kind of like, I guess, fold them out, kind of like because they're flat. See, they're completely flat, so you gotta pop them out and make them into a square, I guess you could say. Maybe. Good thick plastic. And it's kind of cloudy. I think it's got a film on it that you have to take off. I don't see it. I thought I saw it. Maybe I did. Yeah, a little bit here on the side. There's a little, I don't know if you can see that right there. A little plastic that you have to peel off the, right now. See, I think I saw it on a video somebody had posted that you had to do that. And there's some on the front part here, as you can see. Guess they keep you from scratching it up. Maybe I can keep scratching up another spot on the side here. Alright, we got that off. Alright, so you got the box now. It's more of a where it's got the lip here. I don't know if you can see that. The lip there. There. And there. And we're going to get a Steelbook. And you know the Steelbook I'm going to start out with. Sin City. Oh, Jessica Alba is the woman. Alright, so let me make sure I got everything inside. Good, disc is in there. Now you got to kind of watch, I think, you don't want the tab or that you fold over to be on the side of the actual front cover, so you want to put it in where the front of the actual Steelbook goes in and the seams are in the back, okay? And you got to kind of work about the actual sides, because one of them has kind of like a, and then I don't know if you can see this, see that little line that goes up it? You don't want that on your title. So you have to kind of take the actual Steelbook, flip it where the actual flaps in the front, and you slide it in like this, where your title actually for your disc is on the side, where there's no line on the thing like this side is. Yeah, see that little line right there? You don't want that title. You squeeze it on up through there. It's a good fit. You take both ends and you fold them over. It's got like a little flap here in the front. So yeah. Fold down the ears of it. You fold this over. Put it in there like so. A little hateful. Just put that little tab in up here at the top. And do the same way, bend the actual ear things down first. Bend this over. It's got like a crook in it. And you have to peel this up a little bit to get it underneath the hateful part. This little tab here. See it on the film here. Very clear. You stick it in that little slot. There. And there you have it. You have Jessica Alba with the actual cover. And the back. And the spine. Well, it's not the spine. This is the actual opening. And I think she looks marvelous. Try the retro protection ones here. The ones we just did were from Melco Protectors. And I got a great DVD here. It's my Legend DVD. It's already got kind of a shiny cover on it. It's been through a lot. You can probably see some of the scratches, stuff on it. I'm going to put a DVD one. It's got a booklet, keeps trying to come out. Get a DVD one from Retro Protection. This is a different company, and it's, you know, of course, bigger because it's an actual DVD. You still got the flatness of it, but you still got the you don't peel anything off this one. You straighten it up some to get your more square. See, now it's sticking up. sticking up there. You still got the ears there, both sides. The ears on the bottom. And there. And don't have to pull any plastic stuff off. So you take this and you just basically do the same thing. You don't want the folded part over here to show up on your front of your frame, so you have to flip your front cover over on your disc, and you want the actual spine here to show up on the, see how that one's got a line through it? See the line? You don't want that for your spine. You want your spine to be on this side of the disc. So we got her upside down. The spine is going to be over here, so you slide it in like so, maybe. You can use slip covers and still slide them in these things. Sometimes it's a little snugger. Okay. Alright, we got that in. Do the same thing. You bend your things over. Make this where it'll flap behind the actual disc. Doesn't have the little tab like the Malco company is to pull out, so it just kind of pops in there. More cleaner look to me. Put this side, basically things set down, move it over. Looks like it's a little bit easier. This is a DVD one, it's not a steelbook, so we got to compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. So now we got it in its nice little sleeve with its title. In the back you can still see the disc clearly and how they all work. And that's Legend. I think that turned out really well. Retro protection. So I'm going to take, this is their Blu-ray version. This is their, this doesn't say it's for steelbooks, but I am going to try it on a steelbook. Because when you look at the actual movies, it's actual just regular Blu-ray, and you got your steelbook, they are basically the actually same size, you know. Maybe a tad bit thicker. But I am going to use Retro Protections Blu-rays and Xbox One cover to see if it'll fit this steelbook. So you know the drill. I'm going to take this and we're going to turn it into a box. Pulling that out and kind of making it, see where it's more square. Alright, we got the clean side on this side, and we have the actual line through this side. So you want to put, and you want to have this front flap up on this end, so you can actually put the front of the movie this way. But see, if I did this way, alright, yeah, that's right. We can actually opening over here on the line side. So slide it in the bottom like so. Alright, and it fits. Really, it's a actual steelbook and a Blu-ray and an Xbox one. So you fold your flaps over, and like so. There we go. That was a little bit more hateful than the last one. Maybe because it's a steelbook and it's a little bit bigger. Fold those down. The ding on the bottom of this right here, that's actually on the steelbook there, was there when I got it through the mail. I got this on sale years ago, and I just couldn't turn it back in because it was like a limited thing. So now we got that together. Now we got Randy in the snow in the background, and Ralphie up front with his cowboy cowboy outfit. And you got your spine, really nice. Over here, doesn't look, even Santa Claus look good even with that in the front of it. And at the bottom, a line, but that's going to be the back. So it works. It works for Steelbooks. Cool. And that was retro protection. Let's see if we can put a regular Bluray in the one from Melco. And see if it will fit a regular Bluray. Alright. They're basically the same way that you unfold them. It's just it's got this extra tab on the Melco. This extra tab on the Melco. And I mean, if you're really a big collector like me and you want to protect your stuff because people are handling them and they're moving them in and out, and you don't want to have any kind of excess work on them because, you know, these are movies, your collection you want to show off. And I wish I'd done this earlier. This is actual. The Melco only one does this with the peeling. You actually want to be able to take care of your collection as much as humanly possible. Do it the same way. Now I can see a problem. It looks like it's a lot thicker on the side because it's for Steelbooks. I'll show you when I put this in. Put this in like this. There's the line. We don't want that on the actual title. But I mean, it still works. It's still fits in there. It's just a little less tight. Let me see what I can do with this. This one's a little more coarse, the plastic. Maybe my imagination, but it feels like it's a little thicker than the retro, which, you know, people would like because, you know, you're not going to tear it up. Make sure I got my ears pushed down. It's a little more harder to work with, it seems, but in a good way, you know. That is hateful. Doesn't want to go in. You probably say, well, it's not because it's not a Steelbook. It still wouldn't. This is actually giving me more room, so it should be going easier, I would think. I'm really starting to dislike this version. Well, it's not going to work for Blu-rays. So this Steelbook is one from Melco. It's for Steelbooks only. But that's what it was marketed for, not for the Blu-rays, but that. I'll do more of the retro protectors. Blu-ray and Xbox One. The plastic on this one, this company, is thinner, but it's more workable, you know. And I don't know how much thickness you need to actually protect them. So I kind of like these better, you know. My own personal opinion, which they say, oh, you were trying to put the wrong thing in there. But see, when you fold it over and everything here, got a little more give to it, and it actually just, you know, pops in. The other one, I'm seeing like I'm fighting that tab and everything in the world on the front of it. I like these. They're a lot smoother. Look how quick I put this in there. Done. See? Beautiful. Looks beautiful in that package. Another one. Alright, I'm going to try VHS. I've got Conan VHS, and I got the Jerk. And look how great that Jerk VHS is. I bought this from a lady that lived next to my sister Sharon in South Carolina. They rented from her at the time, and she had a whole bunch of these. If you see one of my old videos, you know what I'm talking about. But she kept all of her VHS in good shape. So I'm going to put the Jerk in there first thing. I'll watch them on occasion, but not a big lot. It's basically the same makeup. It was folded down, flat, pop it back, make it more like a square, like so. You take your VHS, we're going to put it in both sides on the, okay, this one's got the line on it. You see the line a lot better on this one. See the line on the side. Don't want that for your title, which is on both sides. Still put it in upside down like so. Slide it in. Take your, these ears are a lot bigger, as you see. Move them over. This behind the plastic. Like so. Push it up a little bit. Hold those ears down. Just like the plastic, this feels a lot more nicer, you know, not, you know, pliable, better. And we got the jerk. I didn't take just no seconds at all. Got your title. Doesn't have to have the line because this one doesn't have the line. So the bottom and the back. Now that is protected through most disasters. Let's do Conan and we'll call it a wrap up here on the actual thing, and we'll talk about them a little bit. Same thing. I'm really starting to like this one a lot better. From retro protection. Maybe if I worked with the other one a little better, maybe I can get better at it. I'm not trying to down them as a company. They have thicker plastic, and if I can start doing it right, maybe it's a problem on my side of actually doing it right. It's hard to do it for the camera and actually doing it in real life. And what did you see I did wrong? Yep. See how I put the tabs on the inside? I shouldn't have done that because the back's got the slip cover and we don't want that. So let's take it back all loose. That's what you do when you don't pay attention. And we'll flip it over. So I showed you can easily get them in and out. And put the tabs back in. Whoops. Let your disc, don't let your VHS fall out. There. There. And there. Now that is better. You got the no lines now up here. You got the side the way you like it. Back in the bottom's covered, keep it falling out. And the back. And that is gorgeous. Alright, I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to add our final thoughts. Okay. We did one with retro protection and the other with Melco protectors. These were just, the Melco was just for the actual steelbooks, and this one was for the VHS, the DVD, and the Blu-ray. We found out that the retro, for me, I liked it a lot better. I thought it the plastic was more pliable to your bending it, and I could use, which I'll give Melco this. This was not meant for a steelbook. I used it for, you know, some Blu-ray stuff for the steelbook, which it worked. But Melco was exclusively made for steelbook. It fit in there and everything, but it was just a pain in the butt. Let me see which one I end up doing. I know I did one. Yeah. Sin City. Awesome. It still looks great and everything on it. Still would recommend them for your steelbooks. Seeing as the actual retro protection doesn't actually do steelbooks, but they do work. I still like these, even though this is a thicker, stiffer plastic than this. It's just according to what you're willing to, and maybe over time I'll be able to fold these better, I don't know. But I really like the retro protection. The one that was on eBay where I bought. Look, you know, you got your VHS, awesome. Looks really, really awesome. You got your DVD. Looks really, really cool. You know, all areas. I just really, really like those. The jerk. Looking cool, looking hot for the jerk for this time in lifetime, you know. Great. So I would say I would take the retro protection if it was me. Maybe a little bit cheaper too. I can't remember the exact same price, but check out both of them. I still think Melco is a good product. I have to work with it more and maybe be able to learn how to fold it better and stuff, because it does have, you know, have the actual cover to keep it from getting any stuff on it on the way here. So, and the other one, retro, was packed very well too. It just didn't have the actual sticking stuff on top of the actual package. But I just wanted to show that to the flock and tell you that I really wanted to do that to my collection after I moved it and saw all the scratches and stuff I was getting from doing all that kind of stuff, and all the wear and tear over the years. It's been put on the shelf, back off the shelf. So I went this route. So I just want to say thank you all for watching this video, and I'm hoping that you'll come back and share this with your friends and subscribe. Anything you could do for the channel, we would greatly appreciate hearing from the Drew Drop and the Bad Raven. Always remember the Bad Raven is your friend, and we appreciate every view we get here on the Bad Raven channel. We're going to 1,000 subscribers, and we're hoping you'll get us there the nick of time, and we will really appreciate that. So we're going to let you go, and we'll talk to you later, and goodbye.